Oblique Seville, Noah Lyles, and now Kenya's Ferdinand Omanyala runs a new world-leading time. But I'm not sure if it's wind legal. Anyway, this means the men's 100 meters is really heating up. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel if this is your first time here. Thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. You drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. Are you ready? Yep, good to go. Well, he is the fastest man in the world for 2024 so far. Jamaica's Oblique Seville, then there's Noah Lyles, the second fastest man. And now Ferdinand Omanyala of Kenya has thrown himself into the limelight, running an astounding time. But first, let's take a look at the race recently at the Racers Grand Prix that featured all three of these young men, Noah Lyles, Ferdinand Omanyala, and Jamaica's Oblique Seville, in the men's 100 meters held at the National Stadium a few weeks ago, where Oblique Seville ran a mind-bending 9.82, looking at Noah Lyles, who was about a meter behind.
Of Racers Grand Prix 2024, the 100 meters for men.
This event to pull the curtain down on the sixth staging of the Racers Grand Prix, the men's blue ribbon event, a marquee event. The set position, Lyles got a cracking start. Hughes, Seville and Omanyala trying to stay with them. Seville is running a stout race. Lyles coming back. Oblique Seville produces a stunning performance. Big performance on the big occasion.
That run by Oblique Seville made him then the fastest man in the world for 2024. But recently, well, last night at the Kenyan National Championships, Kenya's top sprinter and Africa's fastest man, Ferdinand Omanyala, who was in that race that you just saw at Racers Grand Prix, ran an astonishing 9.79 seconds to set a world lead.
And off we go and set away. Ferdinand Omanyala just gets off the block nicely. It is Ferdinand Omanyala and 9.80 improves on his time. Ferdinand Omanyala to clinch the 100 meters here, and he said better things are yet.
Now, I've been going to the World Athletics to see the update on world leading time for 2024, and I still have not yet seen Ferdinand Omanyala. As you can see, it's still Oblique Seville with the 9.82 run, and Noah Lyles with the 9.85 in number 2. So I am not sure what's going on. I've gone repeatedly over and over. So in case it's updated, and that's kind of strange because they would have updated it from within minutes of him running that world lead. And although on Instagram I do see World Athletics posting his 9.79 as a world leading time, it could be at all conditions. Now let me explain what that means. There's this very strange thing in track and field that confuses me often, which is, regardless of whether or not the wind is legal or not. You know what, let me start from the beginning. This is how it works. Now, if you're running 100 meters, there is a plus wind and a minus wind. Plus wind means the wind is behind you, pushing you forward, so it's an advantage. Minus wind means the wind, you are running into the wind, so it's slowing you down, so it's a disadvantage. Now, follow me. If you run any time with a plus wind and it's anything beyond plus 2.0, it means that time is not legal. It's not a sanctioned time by the governing body. A minus win is a very different thing. Now, what I'm saying is that there are times when a time is run that is not legal, meaning the wind is a plus whatever. However, it's still posted because it's an impressive time. So remember that time when Sha'Carri Richardson ran that 10.5 something, which means should have broken the world record, and people all went crazy. And I kept saying to you, it's not a legal time. The wind was like a hurricane pushing her forward, and she's tiny, so you look at that time. But the Americans made this popular, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Americans who made this all conditions thing popular. So I'm not sure if Ferdinand Omanyala's 9.79 is a legal time, meaning I don't know if the wind was in excess of plus 2.0. Now, I do know that where the stadium is and where Kenya is, Nairobi in particular, it is above sea level. It's way up there in altitude, so that makes things a little different. But regardless of whether or not the time is an all-conditioned time, because I still don't understand why it's not yet appearing as a official world-leading time on the World Athletics website. Like I said, it could just be that they have not yet updated it since last night, which is kind of strange. So I have to be very careful how I say this. And I'm not being disparaging. I'm a huge fan of Ferdinand Omanyala, to be very frank with you. However, it means that Ferdinand Omanyala, even if it's not wind legal, has thrown his hat into the ring. He's always in the ring because he's Africa's fastest. He's a very, very fast athlete. Now, the other person that one has to talk about is the current world leader in the men's 100 meters and the second fastest man in the world, according to the World Athletics men's 100 meters fastest for the 2024 season so far. Like I said, it may be updated, and Omanyala, because here's the other thing, people, I cannot find any actual results from the Kenyan. I can't find nothing. I just see the time, so I can't tell if the wind is legal or not. I can't find it. If you can find it, please let me know. But I've searched high and low and I cannot find it. However, and I noticed even when World Athletics posted it on their Instagram page, they didn't put the wind. So I don't know what the wind is. But however, let's get back to Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles with running 9.85. He's frightfully impressive, like really impressive. And we know that his best time last year and his PB is 9.83. And now Jamaica's top sprinter and the top sprinter on this side of the world, Oblique Seville, in terms of sheer time this year with that 9.82. So we know that Noah Lyles is a come from behind athlete. We know that his last 40 is insane. It's just absolutely insanity. So I think with a Ferdinand Omanyala and a Noah Lyles, you're talking about things ratcheting up. And remember, the Olympics is about maybe a month or so away. So the men's 100 meters to me is beginning to look more and more enticing, because I kind of think some people felt it was given that Noah Lyles was just going to win and that was it and he's going to win. But now that Ferdinand has run this time, and now that this young man, Oblique Seville, has officially beaten the crap out of Noah Lyles, and I'm not being disrespectful, and anytime I say that somehow people get offended, but I don't know what he beat him. He beat him enough to slow down and look back at him. And he beat him enough for Noah Lyles himself, clearly in the interviews after, to have been shook. I mean, his world was shook. You remember, his world was really shook. He was astounded. So this means to me that the men's 100 meters may become, on the line may, as enticing and as impressive as what we think the women's 100 meters might be. Because I don't think that's just going to be, I don't think any one person is going to dominate that. I don't get that impression. But I think with this 9.79, if it's wind legal, and if it's officially a world leading time, then heck, 9.79, 9.82, 9.85 would be the top three fastest men in the world, and that's crazy. And we have about 30 days, I think, or a little more than that, to get to the Olympic Games. So any card can draw. Anything can happen. So we're looking. We haven't seen what Fred Curley can do. Not really, and we can't count him out. I still think Akeem Blake is a name that one has to talk about. And then there's a man, the myth, the legend, Kishane Thompson, who is mythical. I know he just comes in and runs like 3 races a year, and we all get very excited. And I don't know, man. I don't. And I'm not being disrespectful, but I'm just saying that for me, the men's 100 meters is beginning to look enticing. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you can find the official results from the Kenya. I can't find it. Even when I go to the Kenya Athletics Kenya site, I still can't find it. I just can't find the official results. So if you can find it, let me know. And let me know if this time is win legal, because I just don't know. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, your royals, kings, and queens. Bless up.